numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man. Check the wrist, man. Got him hot. Ay, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the big scam when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause I blame she can't count on him.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Cleveland Browns. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use on paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game? They covered that play successfully.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Mayfield down. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Patriots take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Hoyer. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the double. 56. And watch that. And watch the ball. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get ready. Get ready. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Hey, pick your game up. 56.
Here's Jackson to throw. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Hoyer. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
He's coming. We got double up.
They'll go left side here with Michelle. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Mayfield. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Mayfield on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. First down, Mayfield. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Browns.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
Slam. Hey, Lloyd 33.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Patriots' 11-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Hey, tight down.
Now Mayfield setting up the screen for West. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Charkandrick West, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. The point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
We go! 90 Wolf!
Hey, watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Hey, Zoo!
55!
On 2nd and 12, Hoyer, and he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The safety, Morgan Burnett, that time gets home for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Here's Hoyer. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
He's not going to get me. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53.
Now.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Hoyer. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A reminder, later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 Series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL Championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead, and that should be a fun one.
We're going to work.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Browns have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score?
It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Gostkowski the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he goes out right around the 39. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch.
Single. Hey, watch 13, watch 13.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions. And here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield. He was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Point it right. Hey, Orbit.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. To throw again on second down. Poyer. This is White on the screen. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They'll set up to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton there to swallow him up.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Alert! Alert! Hey, Alpha!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, defense. Speed dribble, speed dribble.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
They'll throw now on the final play. Escaping the press. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
60 Pittsburgh.
Mike, watch the screen. Pass.
They start the second half with Michel on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Let's go.
From the 27, Coyer. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Down. 60 outlaw.
Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Ready?
Now Hoyer. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready?
53, check 53. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Yep.
Snap.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 24. Watch 24.
On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
The mic.
Back to throw here. Phillip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's taken down inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Get it.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Poyer on the left side, a catch by White. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have moved out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. He oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. From the gun, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And an Allen run. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor to a big second half.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Third and long for Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And that's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on second down. Hoyer. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Come on, set. 60 or. Bravo. Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Here's Hoyer. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. William Hayes, the pride of Winston-Salem State, coming in to drop him. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now it's Bird on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Dante Hightower picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Mayfield to throw it. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set, ready? 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
53. Right here, right here.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Let's go, Keith. Tighten up.
Again, it's Michel. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Hey, Haywood! Ready?
Hoyer. To the right side and complete to Thomas. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Bird to return. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 16. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. There with a tackle, Dietrich Wise Jr.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throw left side to Higgins. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Smart play to get rid of it there, but now it's 4th down. Your margin for error pretty much out the window.
That means you have to come up with a big-time throw here and a completion in order to keep this 2-minute drive going.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. That one goes for 30 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Back to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Mayfield. Flush to his right. Oh, he shifts past. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Watch your shit. Watch your shit. Hey.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for New England, the win means they'll finish the first half